Hi, I'm calling for delivery. My address is 6. Hello? Sorry, 6. No, just 6. An order of steamed broccoli. Small or large? Oh, there's only one size. I guess so. Vegetable lo mein. And, yes. Yes, also, daily special. General's chicken. An orange soda. Do you have an orange soda? No, soda. Yes. Oh, slice is fine, sure.
We're partners, we're roommates, we're very close friends, very good friends.
When we have a phone conversation or when we get together, there's none of that awkwardness, phony kind of small talk. He loves Denny's, and he even has a song about Denny's.
1940. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Well, as far as food goes, Madison Zen Cafe in Albany. He likes Albany in general.
A roll for you. Wow, that's a lot of steamed broccoli.
He loves comic books, all different types, superheroes and all the alternative comics.
Would I consider myself normal? Obviously not, since I have to think about it.
He's probably the kind of kid that at school did really good. I'm sure he was, the smartest guy at class or something.
Met him up in Albany at a show at QE2, and with his band Hanslick Rebellion. The club is now closed down, but yeah, that's when I met him.
I met Jed over the telephone. No, I guess over an email. When he was trying to get into the party that I was organizing for the launching of the Ramones website.
I gave Artie discs to pass along, and I was like, and here are copies for you.
I think that the tape he sent me or something had keyboards in it. And Ramones music is not necessarily well represented by keyboard players. So I thought, huh.
I remember asking him, I was like, yeah, what did you think of my stuff? And he was like, it's all right, right? Which to me meant he didn't listen to it.
But he gave me his CDs. And I think it took me a while, but I started listening to them.
Since the time I've met him about 10 years ago in 1993, 94, I've recorded all of his music since then, up until about a year ago when he's been working with a lot of studios down here in Manhattan and Brooklyn.
I guess I started listening to them just so I could say something.
He left this message. He's like, you have to call me back because I listened to your CDs and I know what your music is good for, but you're not going to like it. So I called him back and he's like, well, for rock and roll, it's 1985. But for Broadway, it's 2005. And I was really insulted.
So did you feel the bullet that tore you apart? And did you notice the final futile beat of your heart? And were you wanted when everybody came out to the town square? Consecrate the ground there.
I was 3 years old, and my parents called me downstairs to watch something on TV. And that was Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. It was the made-for-TV movie starring Kiss fighting an evil inventor genius, and they won. And then my parents tell me that I was terrified of them for the first half hour of the movie, and then once I realized how awesome they were, I kind of was like, you know, Kiss is the greatest thing ever. And I've wanted to do what they do ever since. I grew up listening to Kiss. If Kiss shows you something about music, they show you what you can't do. You can't aspire to be that kind of phenomenon. It's not fair. It's unrealistic. But the Ramones show you what you can do. They show you that you can aspire to make great music, no matter how proficient you are. They were able to make something out of nothing. And if that's not being an artist, then nothing is.
He writes great songs, he writes great lyrics, he likes great stories. His songs tell you something, his songs tell a story. His songs make me wonder, who were these people singing these songs? What were they doing? Why were they singing these words? And so I started creating this world in my head about Jet songs, and who was singing them, where they were singing them.
It was like, but I'm trying to play pop music, you know. I'm really not that interested in Broadway.
I remember when we went to see Rent. In the intermission, he says, I think we should start from scratch. I can rewrite all the musical. I said, the reason why I decided to do this is because these songs are so good. And unless you would have to write them first, and then, if we think they're good enough, then we'll replace the existing ones. But the existing songs is what created the musical, is what inspired me.
You know, it's a fun exercise. It has made me a better songwriter.
And I've always kind of been waiting for a truly rock and roll musical to appear. There have been some attempts, but I don't think anybody's really done it, aside from Hair, of course. You know, Rocky Horror Show was a good try. And I thought, with somebody like Jed, we could write a real rock and roll musical.
I mean, with this musical, you have to do a lot of role playing. You have to write songs in other voices, but if you don't invest yourself in that voice, then you're writing a piece of hack work.
I love Ray's Pizza, only two things more American. Doubles from Coney Island Joe's, the kitchen sink at Jams. I love these street
When I
lights
listen to his
and
music and I pay
these
attention to the lyrics, I feel like I'm reading a book. You know, something that is well constructed and is telling you a story at many levels.
I love the way the little colored lights come out and shine and paint the snowflakes as they tumble.
At the beginning, I thought, you know, he's a really normal kid. Probably his personality, I thought, was that of a freshly minted college guy. Jed may seem kind of normal on the surface, but you know, true talent, real talent, deep talent comes from complex personalities.
I don't care if anybody's into it. I really don't. As long as the people I like in the audience are enjoying it, and as long as I'm having a good time, that's really all that matters to me.